Welcome to the Nursing Research Learning Series brought to you by the University of Texas at Arlington Libraries. This is topic number 6, Troubleshooting Your Search Strategy, and I am your Health Sciences Librarian, Ray Jeffers. There may be instances where you need to whittle down your results even further than what you have, so I'm going to pick up where I left off on my last video, and let's work with this 445 results. You might remember or recall that we searched for quantitative terms within our PICO search results, and that is how we got to this 445 number here. So there are a couple of things that you can do here. You can click this edit button and you can add some additional limiters. So some of you, and it looks like the filters didn't persist. You can just add them in if they didn't persist. Leave the end year open. Click English language. Then if you're looking for journals that are nursing specific, I think some of you have an assignment parameter that requires it to be an author that is a nurse or a nursing journal. So you can click any author as nurse here, but this we have found doesn't work very well. So what you could do is just go down to this journal subset here, go down to core nursing, click that, and then scroll down a little further and hold down your control key on your computer or your command key if you're on Mac and select nursing also. So that way you have both core nursing and nursing highlighted. Then you're going to be able to click save, and that will update your search results based on what you just put in. So let's look and see what the database has done when it populates. So that brought us down to 60 from 400 and I believe it was 45 results. So that's quite a bit of time savings for you. So within this search results, you might also need to know if your results within the articles are reliable or valid. So we can use those as search terms. So let's create another search strategy to add to what we've already built. So right now I'm just going to put reliable, and I'm going to substitute the end of these words with an asterisk. That tells the database to search for all forms of this word. So all the plural forms you'll be able to get. Now this is populating and validity and or validity. So because of the way databases work, we want to select or and then do validity this way. Just put valid and then put an asterisk at the end, and that will capture all forms of the word validity, valid, validation. It'll capture all of those. So let's go ahead and run our keyword search. Okay, and it looks like there's like almost 600,000 articles with the reliability or validity discussed in the article. So we'll go ahead and clear that box out and go grab our subject heading search terms. So let's put in reliability and see what subject heading terms it suggests for us. And if you scroll down, you'll see reliability shows up, and so does reliability and validity. I don't see validity as a separate term, so I'm going to click this reliability and validity link here and see if that is separated underneath it, and it is. So you can click the box next to it. And if you're not sure if these are correct, again, you can hover over the scope note, click the box, and it will describe how this is defined in the database for you. So you can make sure that you're clicking on the right terms. So I have all of my boxes clicked. I'm going to follow this over. I'm going to scroll up, make sure combine selections with or is selected, and then I'm going to click search database. And you can see it has included the subject heading here at the top, and it has combined them with or, which is what we wanted. So it looks like there are subject headings with 42,000. So let's combine these two and see if this 42,000 is already in this almost 600,000 results. So let's clear the box out. Combine these two with or, because these are like terms again, they're synonyms. So search with or. And it looks like those 42,000 results were in fact included in the almost 600,000. But you wouldn't know that unless you ran the search. So we're going to go ahead and clear that box. I'm going to grab my final search that had my core nursing journals. Out of this 60 results here, I'm going to select this box. Then I'm going to go up to the search that I just combined, and I'm going to select that box. I'm going to make sure this box up here is cleared out completely. And then I'm going to click search with and, because we are combining separate concepts and we want to find where the terms overlap. And then that brought us down to 11. So you can see as you're adding these filters and limiters, your search results change quite a lot. Sometimes you can wind up with no results. In that case, you would go back and eliminate all your filters and limiters. So right now I'm going to look and see if these 11 results look relevant, which it looks like the highlighted words in the abstract are. So you would just then select the article that you want to read through it and make sure it's quantitative, and then turn it into your instructor once you've determined that. So again, if you end up with 0 results, you can click the edit button and go back and eliminate some of the parameters that you might have put in. You just delete all of those or put new ones in if you still have too many results. So just make sure you are very careful about how you add filters and limiters on your search results. And with that, that is troubleshooting in a nutshell. There are other methods to troubleshoot your searches, but those are very complex. So I recommend reaching out to your nursing librarians, and their email address is nursinglibrarians@uta.edu. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.